Camp Crystal Lake. Even the name whispers a chilling tale. A place of supposed recreation, now synonymous with terror. This is where the legend of Jason Voorhees, a name that sends shivers down spines, took root. He is a figure of nightmares, an embodiment of relentless pursuit and brutal vengeance. But Jason wasn't born a monster. His story begins in tragedy, a stark reminder that darkness can twist even the most innocent of souls. To understand the monster, we must first understand the boy. We must venture back to a time before the mask, to Jason's troubled beginnings. Only then can we grasp the profound depths of his transformation. Jason Voorhees entered the world already facing adversity. Born with severe physical deformities, he became an outcast before he could even speak. His only solace was his mother, Pamela, a woman who loved him fiercely but perhaps too protectively. She sheltered him from the world's cruelty, but in doing so, she inadvertently isolated him further. The other children, with their youthful cruelty, saw only difference, only something to mock and fear. Their taunts cut deep, leaving invisible scars on Jason's young psyche. His only refuge was Camp Crystal Lake, where Pamela worked. She believed it could be a sanctuary for him, a place of acceptance, but fate, it seems, had other plans. The idyllic facade of Camp Crystal Lake would soon crumble, revealing the horrors that lay beneath. The carefree laughter of children at play, the sun glinting off the lake's surface. It was a scene of idyllic summer days at Camp Crystal Lake. But for Jason, this day would end in unspeakable tragedy. While under the supposed watchful eyes of camp counselors, Jason, drawn to the water, met his supposed demise. Whether by accident or malicious intent, he disappeared beneath the surface, his body lost to the murky depths. The counselors, negligent and indifferent, were too preoccupied with their own affairs to notice the struggling boy. When his absence was finally discovered, it was already too late. The search proved futile. Jason Voorhees was gone, claimed by the cold embrace of Camp Crystal Lake, or so they thought. Section 4. Vengeance, a mother's fury unleashed. The loss of a child is a pain like no other, a wound that never truly heals. But for Pamela Voorhees, it morphed into a chilling, all-consuming hunger for revenge. She blamed the counselors, their carelessness, their callous disregard for her son's well-being. They would pay for their sins. Driven by grief and a mother's fury, Pamela embarked on a murderous rampage. One by one, she picked off the counselors who had failed to protect her son. Her weapon of choice, a simple, brutal hunting knife. Each death was a sacrifice, a testament to her unwavering love for Jason. She believed she was delivering justice, a righteous retribution for the injustice visited upon her son. But her actions would only serve to deepen the darkness that had taken root at Camp Crystal Lake. Section 5. The legacy of Jason Voorhees, a dark figure in horror cinema. But Jason, it turned out, was not at peace. He had witnessed his mother's gruesome demise. The woman who loved him above all else, struck down in a final act of desperate vengeance. This trauma, this potent cocktail of grief, rage, and perhaps something more primal, twisted him into something monstrous. He became a specter haunting the woods surrounding Crystal Lake, his presence marked by brutal, unstoppable violence. Some whisper of supernatural abilities, of inhuman strength and an inability to be truly killed. He is a force of nature, driven by a primal need for revenge against those who dare trespass on his domain. Jason Voorhees, the boy who drowned, became a legend. He is a cautionary tale, a reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface and the terrifying consequences of unchecked vengeance. The legacy of Jason Voorhees lives on, a stark and brutal figure forever etched into the annals of horror.